Greetings, everyone, and welcome to an exciting tale of terror. Tonight's episode, or this morning's, or even this afternoon's episode, is going to be Something Bad is on the Moon. The moon, that big satellite in the sky that we have just one of them. Fortunately, 'cause if we had multiples, who knows what horrible things would happen. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. This is a short experience, which you can find on Itch.io. December 19th, 1972 marked the date of the last publicly disclosed moon landing. Since then, 8 classified lunar missions were authorized in absolute secrecy. We're not going to the moon, we're just launching satellites. I found the video recording which instigated those classified missions. Something is on the moon. And it's not just lunar dust. Or the lander module that we left. And somehow, when I saw this footage last week, I think it noticed me. Recorded December 20th, 1972. Final public lunar mission, Lieutenant Marcus Rentz.
Tranquility Base, this is Houston. You are go for EVA. Please confirm status of your suit systems and PLSS before proceeding to the equipment site. Over. Roger that, Houston. This is Tranquility. Suit systems are green across the board. PLSS is operating within nominal parameters. Preparing to egress the LM. Over.
It sounds like...
Copy Tranquility. Take your first steps carefully. The radar receiver at radar site November has recently failed. Its last telemetry sweep before your EVA noted a transient signal 1,500 miles southwest of your position. Likely a sensor echo. Proceed with manual receiver reset. Over.
Where's Earth? What part of the moon am I on? I guess.
Understood, Houston. It's eerie out here. Reminds me of my last walk on the lunar surface. The solitude. The silence. You know, the human brain craves faces. And the solitude makes me see them in the hills. Moving towards the waypoint now. Over.
I don't know how I'm able to run on the moon.
Copy Tranquility. It's funny, Apollo 11 was the only mission where no one said they saw faces in the rocks. Must be odd to think about anything else when you're the first people to ever touch the moon, I suppose. Ever since then, someone on every lunar mission has mentioned it. Over.
Okie dokie.
Copy, Houston. I'll make sure to inform you if any little green men pop out of the ground and need me. Until then, though, I'm en route to the radio installation. Over and out.
Why did I land so far away? You know, it's fascinating to think that there was like one of the lunar expeditions that we did, I believe, we went behind the moon's surface and lost radio contact. And then when the astronauts came out, they claimed they saw something unusual in space. And these are trained Air Force pilots, or some of them were former Air Force pilots. So they're, you know, well trained in eyesight. How do I say this? They are trained to identify things at a distance and, you know, speak the truth. You know, not just speak nonsense, but especially since the recent release from the government with the classified images were like, "Are aliens real?" And the government's response was, which is so reassuring. Although maybe we don't want aliens to be real at this time, because our technology is so antiquated. If anyone could reach us, chances are we would be so utterly screwed, and we would please be benevolent, because anyone with that kind of technology could easily wipe us out from space. They probably see our alien invasion movie results where, hey, the humans won, and they laugh. They probably think of them as comedies. Because if they could get here from outer space and arrive here with that kind of technology, either their ship would be adrift and empty, or they got here in a reasonable time.
Another lunar radar installation, 2,300 miles east. Reported a brief unidentified object crossing the lunar horizon, then went dark. Similar profile to your anomaly. It's puzzling, but proceed as planned. Over.
Nothing out here.
Copy. When I reach the radar, I'll make an assessment of the receiver's functionality. Tell me, though, what is believed to be the source of the radar signatures? Over.
It sounds like...
Copy Tranquility. Current theory is high-velocity micrometeoroids, or possibly debris. Anomalous, but not unprecedented. Maintain focus on your objective. Over.
Roger that, Houston. Sounds like Houston's
Roger that,
British, or
Houston.
English.
I have to admit that this situation has put me a bit on edge. I think I've been seeing things that aren't really there. Maybe just reflections off my visor. I just keep staring at the hills. Over.
Yeah, why did I land
Tranquility.
so
We
far
are
away?
confident that the mission state is
Ugh.
nominal. Stay calm and focus on fixing the receiver. You'll get some rest soon. Update us when you reach the radar site. Over and out.
And another fun fact, or at least I think it is, about space and the moon, is that we live, so the moon used to be much, much closer, and then every year it drifts away from Earth by it's like a centimeter or an inch or so. Information Corgi will let us know how far it drifts every year. But now we live in a time when the moon is such a distance away, and the sun is such a distance away from the Earth, that every time we have solar eclipses or a lunar eclipse? Solar eclipse. One of them. They're the exact same size, or nearly, so it covers it up perfectly, where, back when the dinosaurs were around, or even maybe our first human ancestors, the moon was it was larger than the sun, so it would completely cover it. Now it covers it
Houston, come
just
in.
enough.
I've made it to the radar site.
There's a little bit of sun
Over.
left. Why is this out here?
Roger. Tranquility. We need you to assess the condition of the receiver and run a system reboot. After the reboot completes, stand by, as we will need to ensure that the reboot fixes the system. But be advised, over the last few minutes, almost all lunar installations have experienced significant technical problems. The cause is currently unknown. Over.
What is that? Tiny thing in the distance.
Understood, Houston. Something about this situation just isn't right. The receiver looks perfectly fine to me. No damage at all. All diagnostics are green, but the receiver is failing to detect any return signatures. I'll reboot the system now. Over.
They're lucky this is
Roger,
intact,
Tranquility.
because,
Update us if the situation changes. Over.
it's not facing the Earth, so which means it's probably facing outside of the Earth, which, the moon has no atmosphere, so rocks and meteors strike it easily. Thankfully, with its gravitational pull, it pulls some of the stuff away from hitting the Earth, but not everything, clearly. True scan. Alright, okay. What's with that window? It's supposed to look like that? A whole lot of nothing out here. Hard reset. Like a little button. Alright, Houston, I did the thing.
Radar is operational. Tranquility, well done. I'm seeing the scans on my screen right now. It looks good. Tranquility.
Yep.
I'm picking up a small object traveling in your direction right now. It's moving fast, very fast. I cannot get a read on the exact speed. Patching into your HUD now. It's 2,250 miles away.
Oh.
Please return to the capsule.
What? You okay? Wait, why is it so far away? Or is that how far it's going to till it hits me? Oh, Jesus Christ, that's not good. Ah, it's going fast. Run! I don't think I can actually do this on the moon.
Tranquility. 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 We need you to stay where you are. Please do not move. You are safe here. You are safe. You are safe here. We need you to stay where you are.
Nope.
Please do not move.
dark side of the moon.
Tranquility, the command module has begun its journey back to Earth.
What?
Please, hurry! Stay where you are, stay calm,
Nope.
and we will recover you shortly.
Nope. I'm gonna head to the capsule. God. God, what is that? Nope. Nope. Ah, what is that? What is that? I don't like it. No, command module, come back! Don't leave me! Well, that was Something Bad Is on the Moon. It was definitely bad. And it was on the moon. Monsters, aliens, interdimensional beings. There's so much about space we don't know. So much about our ocean we don't know. We don't know a lot of things about anything. And then when you look at those images of the Voyager spacecraft leaving our atmosphere, not our atmosphere, our solar system, and you can see the little Earth as a little tiny dot in the distance, and it's just like, oh wow, that's just a whole lot of nothing out there. We are so lucky we exist. Space is so big that there should be life out there, but everything is so far away that it makes sense that none of us are in contact with each other, and we probably never will. Not for the limited existence that we're going to be here on this planet. In the grand scheme of the cosmos, we've been here for less than the blink of an eye. So, anyway, gameplay-wise, it's fine. It's pretty straightforward. You head to your destination, and you just kind of return and head back under guise of not enough time. The kind of wish the jumping on the moon had been more lunar aspected, where you'd get a little bit of a drift and a float versus just kind of regular jumping, which would have been more interesting or lunar-esque rather than being able to run on the moon. The art style of the game is nice. I kind of like that you're looking through a little HUD of your helmet for inside of a spacesuit versus just complete visual openness in the screen. It helps you give it more of an immersion effect. As far as the moon's appearance, and this, it's all pretty standard appearance-wise of the moon. There's not a whole lot going on up there, so you don't really need to worry about your landscapes, which then adds to the barrenness of the emptiness that is the moon, with just a bunch of craters and moon rocks and dirt, and then the emptiness of space. Makes you wonder which part of the moon we're on, because the dark side of the moon doesn't face the Earth. The light side of the moon faces the Earth, and we can see it thanks to the sun. Although, I'm not sure if it was necessarily important to see what part of the moon we're on. We're on the part of the moon that's there, that we were on. Audio aspect of the recordings was fine. It was pretty straightforward. You get a little communications. There's not a lot of music going on. It's a lot of the emptiness of listening to yourself breathe, except for broken up by the occasional discussions and talks recordings with Houston. So that kind of helped. That definitely lent itself to the eeriness of the experience. I believe it's $2 on itch.io, but you can always donate more. And the encourages their creators to continue giving us experiences that we can share with you. Story-wise, is pretty straightforward. Space lends itself to a lot of interesting experiences, but other than like you kind of have two options in a way. You're either building something in a space atmosphere with a lot of challenges that the limited environment brings, or the emptiness lends itself to a lot of eerie, unexplained experiences, which are currently in our own world. So it's kind of nice that kind of lends itself to the realism of space is a very empty, strange place, but also being a little bit scary if you think too hard about it. It's very much when you stare too long into the abyss stares back at you. So if you had fun, don't forget to give a like and comment about your favorite part about space or your least favorite part about space. And maybe any other space games you want me to try out, or you'd like to see freak me out or scare me, go ahead and leave a comment about those. And give a thumbs up if you had fun. And subscribe so you know the next time I put something out, probably horror. So I hope you enjoy this bite-sized horror experience. And in the meantime, you have yourselves a nice everything. Bye. Mason, no talking.